Welcome back to another episode of the Big Classic Talk with my man Walter Sellers
Yoo-hoo!
and your boy Fred Biggie Smalls, and we are here at the start of my birthday month, October.
You turn 60?
I'm gonna be
65.
61 October 8th. Nah, I'm just playing. 48 years old, 48 years young, feeling great, and one more month where I'm just kind of chilling with the training, eating whatever, diet about 80%, and until we gear up for November 1st when we hit it hard. What's going on with you?
Same old, same old. Set these appointments. I forgot to do one. I don't want to forget it because if I do, then I'll be old. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, the most important thing you can have when you're a trainer or any kind of business is a system.
Yeah, it's all about
Execute your system.
Absolutely. Rinse, repeat, right? Do the
That's
same
it.
system every day and figure out. That's the only way you're gonna figure out what works and what doesn't. Work.
That's right.
Absolutely.
That's right. So that's everything's been good, man. We are slowly growing. Since our grand opening on the 9th, we've added on like 21 clients.
Nice.
We were featured in an article in the newspaper. I wrote a health and fitness article in the Women's Journal for Newcastle County and for Delaware.
Did you see that I put that on my story?
I did.
I'm supporting you.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, no doubt. We moved into Diamond State Iron last week, and that's been an amazing experience. And what I hear every single day is, wow, this place is really friendly. They're really friendly here.
Yeah.
The customer service is awesome because it feels like they're treating everybody like family. And most importantly, what I teach my guys all the time is there's so many options out here for training.
Mm-hmm.
So many options out here for gyms.
Mm-hmm.
So when someone chooses you, you need to take that with the highest level of respect and treat it as such that they chose you.
That's right.
It's a big deal. And I feel like this gym actually does that. They don't take people for granted, not trying to overcharge for a daily fee. Like they really appreciate everybody that comes in and tries to support them.
Sure.
Support them. So it's been a great thing. But what's really cool is big thank you to my supporters because we came over there and little old me, we brought over 100 customers to Diamond State in less than 5 days. So they're still coming. We had 3 more join today. They're still coming.
I'm already a member, so he ain't got to worry about me.
But it was great to see the love and support that I got.
Mm-hmm.
And it was awesome. So they're still coming, and of course some people are going to have dual memberships, but the fact that they came to support was I was humbled. So it was awesome.
I like that facility. It's fun. I joined them when they first opened, and they moved really quickly. They outgrew that place.
Yeah.
Quick.
Well, today, so we were talking last week, right? And they said to me, trying to figure out what to do with the one room where the nutrition store was, right?
Right.
Because the nutrition store wasn't doing well. So I wanted to know what my ideas were. So I told them, why don't you just blow this wall out and put the cardio in here, right? That was last Monday. I walk in today, the wall's gone. Wall's gone. By this afternoon, they started moving cardio over. I'm like,
wow.
You guys move fast.
And that way they can knock the other wall and move other equipment down.
What they're going to do is
unclutter it.
where all the cardio was, they're going to put all the powerful stuff there. Yeah. So
ease it out, make it better.
Absolutely. And then we're talking to somebody right now about bringing some of their equipment in and working together with them. So it's been awesome so far. It's early, but it's been awesome so far. Optimistic that this relationship is going to be really good for a long period of time.
It's excellent, man.
Yeah.
That's a big deal. We don't have any awesome partnerships like that just yet, but we got some stuff cooking.
Yeah, no, it's always.
I have a vendor of choice who does all custom equipment, but we've been talking about making stuff for a studio facility like this instead of for the big box gyms.
Yeah.
You have to tailor to your audience, and I'm not a Diamond State Iron, I'm not the training center. I'm a different kind of place, and finding the right niche of equipment for people where they're not going to be intimidated when they come in.
Right.
And that's hard to do.
Well, I mean, you've already done it because you got the softer colors.
Right.
And it's not intimidating. It's more serene feel when you walk in, calming.
Yeah.
Calming feel, so like people can let the resistance down, come in, and if they're not experience with weight training, they'll come in and feel like, okay, this is still a place for
Something I
me.
can do.
Yeah, absolutely. This is attainable because, we were looking at colors for my new office at the DSI.
Hot pink and purple.
They were looking. I'm like, it's got to be me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm all about the blues. I love blue colors. And someone said, it looks like a powder room. And I said, well, do the accent wall in black and we'll be good. So that's making it pop. But man, I'm telling you, it's like every day somebody's coming up to me and going, man, this gym is awesome. So
Yeah.
we definitely did not take a step back. I feel like we took a step forward. Things are going good, and the energy is very positive. So you cannot lose when the energy is positive.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So it's been good, man. It's been good. So how's your training going?
It's getting there. I'm doing this. I'm doing the powerlifting meet on Saturday to Mr. America, and then I'll be from 85% to 100% on calorie reducing.
Yeah.
March 1st is coming, so
Yeah, it's good.
I'm doing something I've done in a while. I've actually repped 405. I've never done it on bench before, so that's
cool.
That's a big accomplishment for me.
That's
I haven't done that in 20 years.
Yeah. That's good. That's good.
You're not repping it no time soon. Mr. Peck ain't gonna let you do that, bro.
Oh,
That'd be a bad idea.
No, I can still hit 405. This past week I think we were doing. I was doing decline on a low decline, so not quite there, but just want the plate elevated.
Okay.
And we got up to 375
Nice.
for 6 reps.
Nice.
So I can still push it, but then sometimes I'll hit it and I'll get a pain that doesn't make any sense, like either up under here or to the center. And it's only been like that since I tore the pec. So I'll rack it, do something
Get
different.
something else. That's it.
Yeah, but most of the time, like today, we were doing Charleston, we were doing all machines
Okay.
mostly, except flies and things of that nature. Because I don't believe at this stage that if I'm pushing resistance heavy enough, as long in a controlled manner, that if it's on machines, it's not going to make me grow.
Right.
It's still going to create growth. And today I had my film person there, and he's getting back into lifting, so it's just easier to do all machines today.
Okay.
So it's a little safer for us. But it was a good work. It's still a great workout.
Yeah.
Great workout, and that's the key. Are you pushing the intensity? Are you pushing the failure? Are you focusing and actually contracting the muscle? Which if you're powerlifting, it's a whole different animal.
Exactly.
So
that's the interesting thing. Powerlifting and bodybuilding, intensity has got to be there for both. But I think in bodybuilding, it's like the intensity's got to be there for 6 or 7 or 8 reps longer than in powerlifting.
For sure.
Powerlifting is almost like a wham bam like your man versus
Yeah, long and steady.
it's as long as they.
Yeah, long and steady. I think I see it all the time. Like we have our powerlifting coach Phil, Philip, and Philip is 570 something for reps and 600 and something for reps on like squats and things of that nature. And but his legs really aren't that big, and it's but he's dense.
Yeah.
He's super dense, but he's not that big. And I think when you don't have any, you're never really touching those type 1 fibers in that type of training, because you're not under tension long enough. So I think those higher threshold fibers and or thicker, denser fibers, they get touched, but I think you're never really going to failure
Right.
on the main lifts. Like you're getting close, but you're never creating that mechanical tension where it's a stoppage. So, you do get growth, but it's not maximizing an optimal growth, right? So, but that's not the purpose.
Right.
That's the
One stroke. That's it.
Yeah. So, but it's cool to see these guys, and that's another thing about the DSI is like the camaraderie when someone's going for a match.
Well, everybody stops. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's cheering everybody on, and it doesn't have to be a powerlifter. It could be
Any
some
John
guy
Blow. Yeah.
hitting a PR for the first time. So that camaraderie is big, man. It's big.
I think that's different for there than a lot of places. It's definitely something we feel
Yeah.
as people who work out there, and even you can't stress it enough. A training partner is a big deal.
Absolutely.
Working out by yourself is great.
Absolutely.
I can do it. He can do it. Anybody can do it. But when you have someone else there it's the confidence to know that you got one more extra rep that you couldn't push by yourself, because everything is always one rep left.
Well, you know, like I see it frequently. You know, like I see guys that say they're bodybuilders, but they train by themselves.
Yeah.
And you know, very few can do that and make consistent improvement.
Yeah.
One, because you have to be extremely focused to go in there and be willing to push yourself to a different level by yourself. Secondly, it's not safe.
Exactly.
Not safe because you don't have someone there to help push you through it if you get stuck.
That's right.
If you're trying to spot yourself on dumbbells, then you spend just as much energy trying to get them up as is trying to get through the movement. So when you're getting to astronomical weights like 140s, 150s,
Yeah.
160s, stuff like that, and then you can forget about it. Like you're not going to push yourself to max potential on things like squats or leg press if you don't have a spot.
Correct. Exactly.
You get stuck, you're done.
Yep.
There ain't no coming back from that. You pop
You
it.
folded.
That's it.
You're folded.
So you can't, even if you think you're pushing yourself to max limits, you're not, because subconsciously you're going to protect yourself.
Exactly.
You're going to protect yourself. So I think that's a super important point to take note of, is that if you're really trying to go to the highest level in any strength sport or especially bodybuilding, you need to have somebody to push you. Especially like when you're a couple weeks out from the show,
you depleted. You can't.
you tell yourself you're going 100%, but when someone's there, there's just a different neurological drive there to be a little bit better. Push yourself a little harder. And when that person looks at you, come on, man, you stand back, let's go.
Yeah.
You get, if you have any competitive nature in you, get pissed off.
Quick.
Yeah. And you forget that you're tired for a minute. You go a little harder.
A little extra.
Yeah, definitely. Side note to our filmographer: when you hear us saying really good points, you should write those down so that can be in the thumbnail to get people to watch the video. Just saying. He's watching
a video. We're talking to you.
Talking to you. We're saying when we say really good points, you should write those down so that can be the thumbnail for us to get the viewers the key points. Just saying.
I have a software that does that for me.
Oh, okay.
KPIs, key point interest, not performance indicators.
Gotcha. So, yeah. On the next thing, man, my daughter did another
Poor show. I saw ribbons and shit.
And she went 3 for 3, won all that shit.
Wow.
So, got the bills today, and I cried, but I was happy.
Boy, you take it.
I was happy for her. I was like, Jesus. But, yeah, her mom sends me the beginning of the month what we spent last month, so.
Yeah, well.
Gotta love it.
There you
gotta
go.
Love it, kids. Gotta love it. For me to get to my son's basketball game tonight and her to go, Dad, you're in my seat. I said, sit on my lap. No, I'm not doing that. I was like,
Wow.
I was like,
You can ride this 1,000-pound horse, but you can't sit on my lap. Okay.
Disrespect.
Levels of disrespect. There's levels to it. They just like no. Wow.
Oh my God, she humbles me very quickly, very quickly. So,
how was it for your kids seeing you as older kids? Seeing you being a bodybuilder when they're babies is different than them seeing you and understanding exactly what you're doing, what you've been going through. How was that experience?
well, when I did Tampa, my kids were on the phone with me. As soon as I came off stage, they're calling me, and they're like, "Dad, we saw you. You were so awesome," and very, very proud, very bragging about it. And their mom is still very, still very aware of what's going on too. So she's talking to them and teaching them what's going on and everything. So they're really into it. My oldest, she lives with me, so she saw me go through the entire prep. And she was instrumental in sometimes just giving me a small lift that I needed. And my 7-year-old, it's amazing how fast time goes. I did a guest posing in 2021, so that's only 2 years ago. He was 15. At that point, he's running backstage with me, and he's like teary-eyed when I come off. He's like, "Dad, that was so awesome." 17 years old, he's like, good job, Dad, did a good job. He's like, I was like, "Did you see anything?" "Nah, but I heard you did a good job."
He said, "No, I didn't watch it, but I heard about it."
I heard you did a good job. So, but no, they're all very supportive. And when I did Romania, man, like that, we were on stage at 5 a.m. My 2 younger kids and their mom watched the whole thing.
I was up at 5 a.m. watching.
Yeah, well, I love you, man.
My people, Joe. I told you. I watched when you told me you were doing Tampa. I was working out when you told me you was doing Tampa,
Yeah.
and I bought the live stream right there.
Man,
and was cheering you on with my boys all around on my little cell phone, and we sit there watching it. So
definitely blessed, man. I have good people in
shoot.
my corner. But you know, like the kids, they're into it, man. Because like my daughter, whenever anybody's like talking about how good she is at horseback riding, she's like, my dad's a champion too. So, you know, I'm just a champion. You know, stuff like that. And she, and then like, you know, Christian, he's playing basketball, and he's playing all the time now, and he's so, you know, he listens to what I'm telling him, how to focus and play your game, stop worrying about other kids and all that kind of stuff. Like, he's, it brings more credibility to the, when I'm kind of, you know, give them mental cues and things like that, you know. And, you know, all my kids, they respect it tremendously because, you know, not only did we come back, but we came back with one of my best packages ever.
With hardware.
Yeah, we came
with
back
hardware.
Yeah, we did place well, but you know, so to be able to show them that, you know, if you put your mind to something, you can accomplish it, and them see it, I think it gives them a different level of respect for what we're doing. You know, so yeah, it's good. It's good. It's exciting to see them, to do it at this point in my life. My granddaughter, she's watching me. She don't know what else she's watching, but she's still watching me, and that's that inspiration for me too.
She's gonna say, Pop, how you do that split?
You know what?
Pop, how you do that split?
Yeah, I know. Right? It's too much fun, man. It's fun.
You know,
It's fun.
I look forward. You know, this next few weeks are gonna be fun for me too. So I'm excited. I'm gonna pay for this package at the Arnold and see what we can do.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, we need to do it.
With 25 weeks out.
Do it.
Yeah. You know, the hard part is I have to find a training partner because I got my training partner now. So
Yeah.
that's you know, one of the important reasons I wanted to segue into that. You know, it's not just having a training partner for training partner's sake. You gotta have someone who's gonna push you that whole way. And I would say in business and in life in general, you know, sometimes motivation ain't enough. You know, obviously you gotta be disciplined in what you're doing. However, having someone there who knows what the vision is and is gonna help hold you accountable to you makes a big difference. You know, I don't pretend to have all the answers, but the little bit of knowledge that I do have is make a process, freaking stick to it.
Well, it's like this, right? If I'm around, if I'm, you know, trying to be, and we'll just keep it simple because to stay consistent. If I'm a bodybuilder and I'm comparing myself to the guys doing the local shows, I'm doing really good. Really good. I'm like, yes, it's great. So, but then when I get to that next level, I'm getting stumped because I'm not working up to that level. I'm working up to this level. So it's really important to define where you want to be before you get started. Like, that's so important. And you know, when you pick a partner, you have a partner working out with you. Like, if that partner has no clue on where you're trying to go, then you either got to be focused enough to bring them along, right? Which is
hard.
in my case a long time, but it is hard at the end. Or you have to tell them, look, you know, I can't do it with you because you're not. If you don't have that level of focus, you got to find somebody that can push you to that level. Because, for instance, like for me, you know, I love my partner G tremendously. He's consistent when we're training, but he was at a different point in his life when I was getting ready for that show. So, you know, he would tell you straight up, I don't like that guy getting ready for the show. He didn't like me very much because I, quite frankly, couldn't appreciate what he was doing. I'm training, I'm trying to push this last rep, I got no food in me, it's all I can do to do it, and you're on your phone laughing with some girl, you know, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that, because you know what, you always do that. But at the same time, in that moment, I needed more.
Right.
I needed more. So then we end up not being a match at that point. Now, me right now, I yell at him, hey, where the fuck you at? Because I enjoy training with him.
Right.
Because I'm eating, I'm enjoying myself,
Right.
and we're not focused
On
on
show.
well, we're not focused in terms of we're not at that point in the prep
Mm-hmm.
to where we're going. Everything is meticulously planned out. That's
Okay,
the word,
I got it.
right?
Yeah.
So the workouts are kind of fun right now, and so when I'm getting strong and I'm in like purely hypertrophy, purely strength phase, she is the man. He's awesome because he's trying to beat me, right? So it's a great push.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm in that phase where it's about maintaining the muscle, getting the detail, and getting as shredded as possible, there was a disconnect this last time because his mind is on still having
Different place.
fun.
Right.
I'm in there for a job. He's just having fun, and there's nothing wrong with that. It just didn't match at the time. So we, at that point, I had a guy who was a football coach. He would come in and train with us, and he would give me that push, like come on, Fred, you can do better. And then, believe it or not, that shit works.
It does.
Like you need that. So, but I had a person today ask me like, I want to do this show. Can I have? So will I be able to have the holidays? And I told them, I said, you got to change the mindset. It can't be about like if you're really trying to be good at this. And this is a key that I was thinking about the other day when I was talking to some other clients too. Are you that person that thinks I'm prepping and then when I'm not prepping, I'm completely off?
No.
Or are you that person that realizes that every day we're either getting better or we're getting worse?
Mm-hmm.
So you have to decide if this is what I'm going to do. I'm not prepping like contest dieting, but I'm still going to work towards being a little better at what I'm doing. So
Right.
I'm still going to train hard. I'm still going to eat what I'm supposed to eat 90% of the time. And if I have a meal, it's fine.
Right.
It's in my lifestyle.
Right.
Right? Because I'm going to get back on my game as soon as I'm done. So, Tim Ferriss, that's the one that wrote 4 Hour Body, right?
Yeah.
He's got Tools of Titan, is that a new one?
That's not new. I had it for a while, but it's a lot of different pieces from people, every industry. The opening is from Arnold Schwarzenegger, and it talks about obviously his favorite, time and all that kind of stuff. But
They can order that book so they can know.
it's good.
Yeah, well, Tim Ferriss' other 2 books, 4 Hour Body and 4 Hour Work Week. I read both of those. They're good books.
Yeah.
Definitely recommend you read that book.
I'm a reader. I like I'm a book on tape, got a book on audio books.
Yeah.
But the Jocko Discipline
Mm.
is really good too, and the rest of that just studying stuff for.
Yeah, Tim Ferriss is a great author. That's why I was like, okay. So I still get a kick out of that story when he didn't really train that long and he still won the world championships for kickboxing or something like that.
Yeah.
That's crazy because he
It's
knew
different.
He knew the strategy, right? So
Different than this, there is no substitute for bodybuilding. There's no cheat code.
nah,
There is only one way to win.
you earn every bit of it.
Every bit.
You earn every bit of it, yeah. Because like when people say, "Oh, well, if I don't eat, that ain't gonna work because you're gonna lose all your muscle. If you don't eat enough,
Get no muscle.
that's right. So you cannot cheat it. And for me, what's always been my downfall through my career is eating enough in the off season.
Mm-hmm.
Like I love to eat crap food, but to eat. Like to eat a cup of rice and 7-8 ounces of chicken or turkey or
hard.
steak, I can do that, no problem.
I hate it.
But when I start pushing into that 2 cups of rice, 3 cups of pasta and stuff like that, because it's good food for you, but it's hard to eat that much food.
Yes, it is.
And you're never hungry. You're never hungry. But because you're eating all good food, you're not necessarily getting that fat either. So you have to push it. And then the messed up part about it is once you start that, if you don't keep it up, you lose weight even faster.
Yeah.
Right? Because now you've optimized your metabolism. Your metabolism's looking for that amount of nutrients
That's it.
every single day. So
And
now,
you're training, you drop too fast. That's right.
yeah. So now but if you can eat it, your training becomes unbelievable because you're strong, you're recovering faster. But it is very hard because and people go, man, how many cheat meals do you take during the off season? The crazy part about when you're eating like that, you don't even care about food because because you're eating so
You
much.
don't eat no more.
You're eating so much you don't want to eat food. So
Yeah.
it's kind of. I've always said, to be a good bodybuilder, you just have to be good with being uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You're either going to be uncomfortably sore, uncomfortably hungry, uncomfortably full, right? So you're always going to be uncomfortable in some way.
Somewhere.
Because if you're comfortable, you ain't making no changes.
Nope. If you ain't sore, something ain't happening. If you're full, it's. I think that a lot of people underestimate the amount of effort it takes. People
Nice.
underestimate, how hard it really is to really stay dialed in. Not missing a meal for 20 weeks is hard.
It's very hard. It's very hard.
And as a natural bodybuilder for 24 weeks
Yeah.
is hard.
I mean, think about it. Like, you'll have days where you just don't feel like eating that food.
That's right.
And
We just don't like eating it all.
Yeah, and those are far and few between me, but for me, but
Yeah.
I do understand what you're saying, because I remember one time I was dieting for a show and my breakfast was 8 ounces of cod and like 2 cups of lettuce, and I was like,
give me shrimp of the cod. That's what that's
I was-
called.
I was like, I got done doing my 45 minutes of fasted cardio.
Mm-hmm.
I was starving, and I looked at it and I was like, and I just started tearing up.
Yeah.
And my wife at the time, she's like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "I don't want to eat this. I just don't want to eat." She's like, "You're not hungry?" I'm like, "I'm starving, but I do not want to eat this. I don't want to eat it."
It ain't no amount of seasoning that you can do.
No, man. Fish
The
is
fixed
just-
no cod.
If you
There's
don't like
nothing you
cod-
can make the fixed cod.
Some people, I envy the people that like whitefish. I don't like whitefish. I like salmon. I do like tuna, but whitefish like flounder, haddock, cod, my mind can stand in like stretches,
Mm-hmm.
but I really don't enjoy it. So you're literally making yourself eat something you don't enjoy
Mm-hmm.
for a purpose, right? So when you said to me, someone said to me when they were interviewing for a job today for me to work with me, they said, motivation. And I said to them, motivation is always going to come and go. Because he said a strong point of his was motivation. I said, that ain't a strong point. I said, everyone gets motivated at some moment.
That's it.
You go to a business conference, you're motivated, I'm going to attack the world. You get 3 no's, and it's like, Right?
Bingo.
It's like,
Bingo.
if you're doing it off motivation, when you get under that squat rack and hit your 15th rep and everything's burning, you're like,
And you can't make depth. It is what it is.
that last 5 ain't that important.
Right.
Like, it's got to be more than motivation, right?
Yeah.
Like, so it can't be motivation, because motivation comes and goes so quickly.
Yeah, people don't recognize it.
It's like,
It's the willingness to do what you don't want to do.
absolutely.
And that's I think we hammer this all the time, every week. Are you willing to do the shit that you don't want to do?
Right. Right.
I don't want to fucking get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, open this bitch at 5. I really don't want to. And guess what? People expect me to be here.
Yeah.
And the people that expect me to be here are inspiring because they're here. And they know when they come in and they see me up and they see me here, they know what's about to happen to them.
Yeah, about
They
to
know
go
on my leg day that they're gonna be crawling out of here.
Right. But don't you even if you don't want to come like me, it's always, I'm not a person who likes to get up and go into the gym that early. I'm up doing programming a lot.
Yeah.
But I don't really like to go into the gym that early. But when I do get into the gym, it's like not work.
Turns on, yeah.
But it's like, it's exciting.
That's when what Goggins say. Goggins say he hates to run. So I'm gonna run 1 or 2 miles, and then he gets that 2 miles in, and then greatness kicks mediocrity in the dirt.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Once I'm here
Mm-hmm.
and got my clock on, I turn on music,
Mm-hmm.
and then the environment creates itself.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they come in. What you got in for us today, Walter? They come. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, that's so
It
empowering.
just changes the thing.
Which is why, like they say, the most selfish thing you can do is help somebody else, right? Because it's
Yeah.
so rewarding.
Yeah.
So rewarding. And I sit there and you're like, even if you're having the worst day, you can't help but smile when you see somebody else that gets help. Like our girl Nadisha,
Yeah.
she looks phenomenal right now.
Yeah.
Doesn't she look good?
Listen, I
Yeah.
told her, I've been, obviously we talk a lot, and one of the messages, I've been telling her, shit right here, I've been telling her, gotta twist your shoulders on your poses. When you hit that, when you have your front side, you gotta bring that back shoulder up, make your waist disappear.
Yeah, we talked about that tonight.
Yeah, so this is
Today.
she sent me stuff from I guess yesterday's check-ins. And I was showing her, that last week is when you're gonna really determine in your head that you're actually doing your show. Because you ain't going to a train, you ain't going to do nothing, and then, you know,
Yeah.
and that's the difference, right? She wouldn't smile in her photos.
But have you seen her in person?
Yeah.
Man, like those, they're like, when I seen her today, I'm like, oh, we gotta slow you down. You got striated glutes. You can't be on stage bikini and striated glutes. I'm about to give you some coconut oil or something. So, but she looks so good,
Dialed
man.
in.
I'm just like, yo, we are on point. Like,
Yep.
I'm so excited for her to do this weekend because, like, she just listened to everything.
Now, because at first she was, you know.
Yeah, but then when you had to come to Jesus
That's
talk
what I
at
did.
one point, you know,
Yeah, I did.
and when, you know, I was talking to her as well, and it's just like, yo, if we're doing this, like, it ain't easy, but, you know, we keep talking about how hard it is, but, you know, let me stress this, like, there's nothing more rewarding than when you accomplish the goal.
Yep.
And you're on stage, and people are telling you how great you look, and you can feel you've hit a level of hardness or being in shape than you've beyond what you've ever hit.
It's
That's
approving.
That's approving. It's validation.
Yeah.
You know, at the highest level. And man, I'm telling you, like so I tell everybody you need to do it once, because once you do it once, you'll realize there's nothing you can't accomplish.
And there's nothing that not just that you can't accomplish, that you can do all of it that you can and not win, and it'd be okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Because you are the best you that you could
I
be.
mean, I just experienced that. I mean, I was like backstage, and I'm like, I look fucking awesome, you know. And I didn't win, and I was, you know, I was a little upset, but at the same time, like I could never be upset about it because I knew I had won before I got there because I hit a level that I'd never hit before, you know. And I was just like so proud internally that I was able to hit that level where finally, like, I mean, God, Jay Cutler is on his podcast 4 weeks after
Saying
the
your
show,
name.
said my name about how great I looked, you know, and it's like there were 19 other men on that stage. You know, and he took the time to talk about me.
Yeah.
So obviously I made an impression, and I did what I could do.
That's it.
Right? Like, as long as you look in the mirror and know you did everything you could possibly do.
That's it.
Like, I know if I had won, nobody would have argued it. They would have said, okay, well, he was the most conditioned. And his symmetry was awesome. So at that point, what can I do? It's a subjective sport.
Yep.
Subjective sport.
You know, I think that's the biggest question. Like, I talk to people and they also, you did the amateur Olympiad? Yeah, I did amateur Olympiad, blah, blah, blah. But did you win? No. I didn't win. Really? Nope. And it's, well, do you think you're going to go back and try to win? I won't. Not natural. It is an unrealistic expectation that you're going to compete against enhanced athletes as a natty athlete on the biggest stage and compete and win.
Yeah, but you can get top 5 for sure.
I could definitely be top 5, and I
Top
definitely will
five.
be this year,
Yes.
or in
Just gotta hit
2024
that level.
of peak condition. I'll make the
Yes.
top 5. I'll make the first call. And for a natural athlete
That
to
would
do
be
that,
amazing.
that is a game
But
changer.
I believe we can do it. I believe we can do it 100% because the thing is, we got symmetry. We got to add a little fullness to the legs, but the symmetry is there. The chest, upper back, and arms are world class at any level. And, you know, it's just about a little detail
more
so that you
detail.
look like concrete. I mean, that's really it. Like, do you look like concrete? If you look like concrete, you're going to do
You win.
great. You're going to do great, you know, so.
And you win every other show, and get to the big show, and do what
Yeah.
you do, you do what you do.
That's it, man. You just, you know, and it's crazy because people are like, oh man, you look sick in Tampa. And and this is where you say there are levels to this thing, right? Because yeah, I did look good in Tampa. But the guys that showed up to the Masters Olympia looking like I did in Tampa were last all out.
Right.
Because they weren't conditioned to the level we needed to be at that show.
level. That's
at that
right.
show, right? And that's why I did Tampa, because I knew if I couldn't win at 85%, then I shouldn't go to Romania with the expectation to win, right?
That's it.
So, yeah, but man, I'm telling you, like, people are like, oh man, you put a lot of weight back on. Sure did.
Yep.
And said, you ain't gonna fat shame me, I'm good.
You know what's funny is I've been sitting at this same weight since 2 weeks after. I've been at 229, 231
Yeah.
since 2 weeks after, and I'm happy. I like eating.
I mean, that's the crazy thing about it. Like, you know, there is a lot of sacrifice to do it,
Yeah.
and it's so much easier to just live life, right? Like,
Yeah.
especially when you have a business the way we are. I mean, we're grinding right now. We're trying to grow yours. I'm trying to grow mine.
Yep.
Back to where it was. You know, like I lost a considerable amount moving, and you know, not a big deal. We know I'm very confident we're going to be up.
You'll be way.
We're going to be up there real soon. But you know, because we're doing things to get there. We're not just laying back going, I hope. We're,
No,
we're
man,
taking
we're
steps, right? So, but damn, maybe I'm 60 because I lost my train of thought. But
Nick, he's not 60. He's fucking 48. Okay, Nick?
48 on Sunday.
48.
I still got a couple more days of 47. I'm going to enjoy all of them. Nah,
I
yeah.
can't believe that. I'm 45, so I'm right here. Look,
Oh,
look,
shit.
look. Yeah, I'm old like you, bro.
Oh, sorry.
But here's the difference. You gotta use that midnight cocoa bean, bro.
Oh, look at you,
You
Greg.
gotta feel like you're great, bro.
Great.
Reaching plus, bro.
I'm looking distinguished.
That distinguished.
Distinguished. Yeah, my daughter's like, Dad, you need to cut that off. I'm like, no, girl, this is distinguished look. You know, shoot,
I'm blessed. You know, my grandfather didn't get gray until he was like 80 on both sides.
Wow.
Both my grandfathers in their 70s and 80s, so they got gray. So
Yeah.
I'll take it. Listen, I got maybe 2 or 3, and I'm gonna hold on tight. And if I start getting gray, I will have no hair just like you. I have no shame, bro.
Well,
Zero.
you got a good head though, so you're good. You're good. You know, some people ain't got the head for it. So.
They ain't got them divots and crevices and
Yeah,
crevices.
you got a good head for it.
Yeah,
So
I'm not
straight,
worried about that.
straight. It was funny. We were sitting there, and it's like my daughter. She rides me so hard. My youngest, so hard when I get all gray, and she's like, "You need to cut that off. No one's gonna like you like when you're all like gray." And I'm like, "Oh my god." Yes, I'm glad I don't have self-esteem issues.
Bruh,
Sure
because they
ain't
give you
helping.
none. They
Sure
give you
not
no help.
helping, I'm telling you. But yeah, it's.
So we got what? 5 weeks into the O? 5 weeks.
Yeah, man. I think I don't know, man. Like I seen Nick post a front double the other day and a side chest, and I was like, damn,
And it's just not gonna be good enough.
freaky, man. And you know, it's like it shouldn't be good enough. But one thing I know for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Andrew Jack's gonna be peeled out of his fucking mind,
And
bigger, right? So that's a lock. You know, Nick's gonna be peeled.
Samson is gonna
Hopefully they bring him in
peeled.
full. They missed the fullness mark twice, so hopefully he'll be full.
be. Yeah,
right.
he said he's gonna be.
Um,
Samson's gonna be nuts.
you know, Hottie's gonna be nuts. You know, Derek's gonna be nuts.
This top 5 is, and Brandon's already nuts. I saw his photos the other day.
Brandon looks crazy cartoonish, man. Crazy cartoonish. Like I told you, that's
Your
my
boy.
man. That's my boy. I'm hoping for him. He looks crazy cartoonish, and to me, he's the only one that has that cartoonish look.
Andrew Jack has got cartoonish looks.
Yeah, he does.
He looks like a Marvel character, bro.
He looks.
He looks like a Marvel character, bro.
I think he's got to get. I mean, if he doesn't, I think he can do it. I think he's got a little bigger in spots because he still appears a little because he's got so much area to fill out. You know, like Samson, you don't look at any part of him and go, "That's a little thin."
No, you do not.
You know, like he's just so thick from every angle. I feel like Andrew Jack, when I was watching him beat Hunter, there were still some angles that he looked a little thin. And
Here.
Yeah.
The detail is there, but the thickness wasn't
Yeah,
there.
like that 3D look from the side
Yeah.
is not quite to the
But
level.
once it's there,
I mean, he's got unbelievable. I think he's going to be the second coming of, maybe even.
so he's even 6, 7 titles. Even though he's older, he's like 36, 37.
Yeah, I don't think it matters. I mean, God, if he can get it by the time he's 39, that's 5 titles for sure. You know, because 43, 44, if you're still training and you start training at such a young age.
Yeah.
That
No,
fullness-
later age he started. He started later,
at
yeah.
a later age, yeah. All that fullness and thickness is still stay, you know, because you haven't had the years of beating your body. And when, he's a mass monster, but he's not a true, just a
Like
mass.
Samson, right? Like Samson's a mass monster, Nick's a mass monster.
Yeah.
Derek is looking.
Sometimes those guys,
great.
when they get hit, when they have injuries or get older, like their body breaks down a lot harder, a lot more.
Right.
noticeably because they're so you see them so big, you know. But like Nathan Yasha, I mean, he's got great size to him, but he's not considered a mass monster. He tore bicep and all types of yeah,
both his biceps,
right. And he came back and you're like, damn,
and won 2 shows.
he still looks great. So it looks amazing. So you know, it's like
Don't know whatever genetics he got, bro.
yeah, when you're more compact and not quite like this freak, massive freak, I think you can get away with, you know, not, even if you carry a little, if you're downsized a little bit, it's still okay. But I think Andrew Jack needs, I don't have no doubt he's going to be top 5. No doubt. I put money on it all day. I think what's going to hurt him from winning it this year is I think he needs to be a little thicker. Just a little, you know, but who knows? I mean,
He might be.
Tampa to the O's a lot of time, and I would never bet against Chris Aceto because Chris Aceto is an expert.
Or Chris Lewis, because he dialed him in. Listen,
You know, he's unconventional as fuck when he's training people, but it's working. It's working, and you know what? Like I be watching him do some things, and like, oh, biomechanically I'm cringing, but at the same time I'm going, it's working. So I can't knock it. It's working, and you know, you look at. I just feel like, you know, when I look at Hunter Labrada, I saw him post that update the other day. He looked great, phenomenal. But it's not. It's something that doesn't make you go wow like the other 6.
Michael Criso makes me say wow every time I see him, bro.
Nah, man.
His arms, you just like him because there's no butt. His arms are bigger than his head.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
You think he has a shot at top 6?
Top 10. I mean,
I think it for sure would be top 10. I think Diasha has a great shot to be top 10.
You know, I wish that Rafael Brandao was in there this year.
Yeah, he's gotten a lot bigger. But I think next year he's going to come back like a fucking.
And he's 6 feet tall, and he's going to be 300 pounds.
Crazy, bro.
This is going to be a crazy, you know, these next few years with all these newer guys coming up.
Bodybuilding is exciting again,
And
man.
Quentin is
so
coming up.
exciting.
Quentin Beastwood's coming up, bro. This is
Yeah.
going to be some nasty, gnarly people.
Very exciting times in bodybuilding right now. I mean, like for a long time, people were like, "Oh, classic is the new, it's going to be the new thing." But I'm telling you, bodybuilding, there's so many classically looking guys,
Exactly.
and that's the testament to what the times are, right? Like everyone's like, "Oh, all these guys are bloated and big," but that's because they've been rewarding that look.
That's right.
You know, like Big Ramy's aesthetic, but he's not that aesthetic, right? He's huge, so people were pushing that level to get that size. Ronnie was winning, you're pushing the level to get that size.
Yep.
Jay was winning, you got to push the level to get that size. Phil Heath was winning, it's like, oh,
He was 245 pounds.
it's like, okay.
And his heaviest.
He's like, all right, well, if I bring in great tie-ins and great shape, and now
He also
there's
had
a
the
product of
best-
that.
But he also had the best freaking
Back to bicep
ever in history.
Best arms, best back to bicep.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
sure. I mean, that roundness and that pop through the middle, crazy.
And
the detail, oh
it's just
man,
all of the
beautiful,
above.
just beautiful, man, just beautiful.
And oh, we didn't give a shout out. We gave a shout out to my girl, bro.
Bro, she won.
That's what I said. We gotta
Killed
give a
that
shout out to my
shit,
girl.
yo.
I knew as soon as she won, I was like, oh, this is over. I bought the live stream. It's over.
I thought the girl who took second was good, but
And she's on a whole other level. The whole other
she's
level,
just
bro.
more complete,
Yeah.
more complete, and way better to look at, like in terms of aesthetics and looks and everything. She is a beautiful girl. She is definitely a beautiful girl.
And she's the nicest girl.
And she
in the
is
world.
so nice.
Yeah.
So unbelievably nice, yeah. And the fact that we had her on our podcast, that was awesome.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Yeah, like, she was absolutely, she's a beautiful person. Through and through, a beautiful person. So it was definitely enjoyable to talk to her. And the thing is, she's like such a lady.
She's a lady.
Such a lady, man. It's like, wow.
And, you know, she...
What young female could not aspire to be like her?
Exactly.
Businesswoman, great
Smart,
person,
educated,
beautiful, and just displaying
The
crazy,
biggest heart in the world.
yeah,
bro.
but not crazy amounts of muscle. Like, I mean, it's beautiful to see. You know,
Yeah.
she's such a great representation for women's bodybuilding. And the crazy thing is, they're making women's bodybuilding relevant again. You know,
Yes, she is.
great prize money. I mean, like, I think she could be, if you would promote her right, she could be on her own fucking cover. So if
She
you,
has been on her
you know, like, of like MD or Flex or all that kind of stuff.
She has been.
Wait, Flex magazine?
Yeah. Recently. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, well, look that up.
Emma.
Look that up.
Andrea Shaw covers.
Andrea Shaw covers.
Yeah. Andrea.
But either way, she's awesome, man. She's awesome. I think you're all right.
God damn.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Click images. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Flex magazine. What magazine is that from right there? That right there, which is sitting down.
Muscle and Fitness.
There you go. Muscle Fitness.
Is that the
magazine.
cover though? That ain't no cover. She's in lace.
Right there. GI.
What is that? Iron Woman. Iron.
Oh, wait, this one?
Yeah, there you go. Muscle development.
Oh shit.
What were you saying again? I'm a
My
true
bad,
fan.
my bad.
And Andrea,
My bad.
listen, sis. You
But
know.
look, I didn't know, and I still said she should be.
But
So-
I said I know.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. Much love. Much love. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Man.
But you know, I think that it's something we need to get back to. We were supposed to be talking about breaking down different divisions and talking about each individual one.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna lie. Like I seen Terrence Ruffin lose in Dubai.
You thought he lost?
Did he get second or get
He
first? Did
won
he win? He won?
by far. It was a runaway.
I thought when I saw him, they had him in that third position.
Nah, bruh.
He won.
By far. He was out to the side because they were trying to compare second, third, and fourth.
Okay.
He
Good.
came out.
Lights out. Lights out.
He was 7 pounds heavier than he was before.
Yeah, he's just so small in stature.
He's just
Small in stature,
there's
but
nowhere
yeah.
else to put no money, no more muscle. There's nowhere else.
Yeah, no, when
He's like freaking Sean Clarita. There's nowhere else to put the muscle. Where you put more muscle at?
he could be bigger, but I mean,
How? Not for classic.
but for classic, he's where he needs to be. Yes, I give it to you.
Yeah, you know. So we thought Breon staying in classic for one more spin.
What do you think? Steak or gonna be?
So here's the thing. No one's beating Chris Bumstead.
Think he's untouchable.
He's untouchable. He's too good a representation of the sport. He's at 10 million followers. No one's beating him. Period. Full stop. There's no better body for physique. You can't.
Well, I mean, they compare him to Arnold, so
And he's better than Arnold.
yeah. So how about Dino? What's he look?
Dino, the issue with Dino, in my opinion, is Dino, his body wants to be bigger. His body wants to be open. But he's trying to force it into classic, which is what happened to Ramon, to Horse MD, right? Horse MD was trying to be classic.
Who's worse than me?
Exactly, right? So he won his pro card, Brazilian guy won his pro card, and then when he went to weigh in for a classic show, he was overweight by like 2 kilos. And you wasn't losing 4 pounds in an hour and a half or 2 hours, however long.
Yeah.
But his coach was trying to cover the scale. Say, oh look, see it, because the numbers were still moving, and so now he's going to open. You know, I think that for his height, for his weight, you know, the closest it's going to come to beating him is Wesley Vissers or
I don't think Wesley Vissers has the right shape. Though.
exactly. Even though he's completely classic, there's no other way to put him.
Yeah, he's classic, but he doesn't got the shape. To
He's too boxy in the middle.
Yeah.
I think it's the boxing, and he doesn't have that svelteness. You know, I like Wesley. You know, he puts out great content, gives great advice.
Never looked him up. I need to look him up.
Yeah, he's good. He's good stuff. And he actually does real workout with me videos. He does good meal prep videos along the way on the
Okay.
road to the show and everything. He's really good.
Okay.
And you know, he's an authentic guy because you know you'll see when he wins or when he doesn't win, he'll have that emotion.
Yeah.
He wears it right on his sleeve, so
Okay.
I like his content for that.
How's Urs looking?
I don't know how he's gonna lose weight. Urs is humongous.
Really?
He was 270.
Damn.
He's gonna get that to 238 or 242 or something.
That's crazy.
And that was just 3 weeks ago.
That's big. That's definitely big. Yeah.
You know, the biggest letdown for me this season has been was the boy from Texas that won the
Still talking classic.
that won the posing.
You're gonna have to educate me.
Not Regan Grimes. The other boy looks just like him.
Totally gonna have to educate me.
Texas Oak. Type in Texas Oak real quick.
I can talk to you about open all day.
Yeah. Well, I talk about classics like for people like
Texas Oak.
Yeah. White guy, bodybuilder. There you go, him. What's his name? Logan Franklin.
Logan Franklin. He
Texas
was
Oak.
hot for one point, right?
And he wins the same show in Hawaii when he does it
Right.
to get qualified, but never materialized. He's self-coached and it's killing him.
think self-coaching
It's a mistake.
is so hard because you can't objectively see yourself.
Right, it's a mistake. You need somebody to tell
Absolutely.
you ain't shit or you're on point.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably had some bad experiences with coaches, and he's thinking, "Oh, I can do this myself." But you know, like even
Blessing
Kamal-
tried it, and you see what happened to him. He came up 100%.
Yeah, he looked a lot different with the coach. Absolutely, and then, like even Kamal coached himself, but he had somebody look at him
Along the way.
and that he trusted, right? That
Yeah.
You got to at least have that. And even Dennis Wolf is doing that with Dennis James. He's coaching
Uh-huh.
himself, but he had Dennis James looking at him and telling him, "You need more of this, more of that." You know.
Right.
My first couple national appearances when I was, getting top 10, but wasn't quite making the top 5, I coached myself, and Jack would look at me and say, "Yeah, you need to speed it up, slow it down, you're good." You know, so, but yeah, man, it's. I think if you're trying to do this sport, you definitely need to get a coach for sure.
Yeah, I think Breonna's gonna be 3rd or 4th this year. I just can't see him in a world where he's gonna beat Chris Bumstead again.
I don't think he's going to win, but they were disrespecting my man, had him down in 4th and 5th.
I don't know if that's disrespectful though, looking at the physiques of,
I thought he should have beat Urs last year. I really did. Like I thought his level of maturity in the muscle and his thickness from front to back was superior, and I thought symmetrically, even if they were close, because Urs has
Yeah.
a super tiny waist, that he had a lot more detail,
Muscle detail, right.
a lot more density and detail.
Agreed.
So I thought they did my man dirty by putting him.
you know I'm a
forward.
Breon fan, so I don't.
And honestly, like to be honest, like I know that what's the guy we were just talking about, Rough Diesel.
Rough Diesel, yeah.
Right. I know he looks phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
But I actually still prefer Breon a little bit over him. So, but I mean, and when Ruff got 6 last year
Yeah, Ruff came in.
because he missed weight, right? Or that was at the Arnold.
That was the.
Olympia.
He didn't beat Arnold. He missed weight, right?
Yeah. So I'm
He was
interested
on
to
the
see.
treadmill, run up and down. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what they do this time with with
The extra weight
Bumstead
these guys get.
Bumstead just looks.
I think he should do right, and he's got the best coach next to the world.
Yeah, I don't know how Honey Rambo does it, man. I don't know. I feel like you never really knock him for bringing someone in to this or to that. He's always so consistent with the top guys, bringing them right on point. Like sometimes people say with Chris, like he brings them in a little too flat, right? Because they could be fuller, right? That's the only like they're always super conditioned, but they could be fuller. And past that, like Chad's either hitting a home run or he's completely missing with his people. And then who else you got in the game that says? And Matt Jensen's been really consistent lately.
Yep.
Really consistent.
He's
But he's
coaching
missed
homeboy.
Nick Walker and Justin Shire.
Somebody else. Black
Justin
guy.
Shire.
The black guy. Charles Griffin.
Oh, Charles looks crazy.
Oh,
He looks crazy.
and I think he's gonna win the show.
Body just
His
he
Legion
should-
Classic
he
is
should
what
win
it is?
Legion, yeah.
That's
Definitely. But he ain't gonna do shit in Olympia because his aesthetics are not good.
Yeah.
And it's like when people don't realize that when you get to that level, everybody's good.
Exactly.
And-
Everybody's great.
Yeah, everybody's like it's like the 1%, right?
Yeah.
So everybody's amazing at that level. And so what the judges do is they look at symmetry first. Good. Okay, he's missing something. Get out of here. He didn't get good. Missing something. Get out of here. And they're not even judging those people on the same level if you're missing body parts or if something doesn't flow properly. Because if you look at the guys, Hadi has nothing missing.
At all.
Derek has nothing missing from the silhouette.
Mm-hmm.
Nick is absolutely just
A
dense
refrigerator.
everywhere. Then fourth was Brandon. He's not missing anything. He could legs come up, but he's still bigger than everybody else. And then you have
Samson.
Ramy was fifth.
Fifth.
He's been former Mr. Olympia. And then Samson not missing much either. And then you go down the line, and that's what you're trying to see is like who is missing the least amount of stuff. And that's what happens at that level because everybody, obviously if you're out of condition, you're out of the mix completely.
Right.
But the top 6 are always going to be in
Exactly,
condition.
yeah.
So now it's like which one has the least amount of flaws, and I mean that's because truth be told, Derek's symmetry was better than Hadi's, but Hadi was more conditioned throughout.
Mm-hmm.
Derek, and he had the density to match Nick
Yeah.
and Brandon, right? So and I feel like Samson's back has just like put on 10 pounds.
Bruh.
You know, because like last year you could say, okay, he's not quite there yet.
I think I low key think he's gonna win the whole thing.
You know
I've
what?
been riding that horse the whole time.
Who would be better representation, 6 foot Mr. Olympia or 5'4", 5'5"? You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's just like you would put an aesthetic beast
Yeah.
that hasn't been that level of size
Since Ronnie
and
Coleman.
symmetry since Ronnie Coleman. Yeah.
And he can speak clearly.
Yes.
And
speaks well.
with great diction.
He speaks well. Yes, he speaks very well.
And the broad vocabulary.
That is definitely. Believe me, you know, like trust me, Hadi, as much as you respect his physique, is not good for this side of the world. Now he's got millions
Of course.
of fans there.
In the Middle East, yeah.
Oh my God, they love him there. But for this side of the world, he's not. He doesn't do anything to
For the
promote
West, he can't.
excitement.
Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah.
But you know, I mean, there's just as many people over there, so they're still making money. So you know, it just depends on. But everybody, you know, we think America tends to be better, so we
Yeah.
you know we want to Americanize
Meanwhile,
everything.
all the athletes go train in Dubai.
Right.
Because they're doing something right over there.
I mean, you see those guys from Dubai, you see those guys from like those Eastern European countries and stuff. They're like brick hard, man. Like this is a different
Like
level.
James Holland had solid, just solid all the way through.
I don't know if James is a good example because he's never been brick hard. I'm talking like,
I see him as, I just see him as.
I mean, he's a massive dude,
Yeah.
but he's not getting like crazy shredded.
Yeah.
I'm talking like Andreas Munzer shredded, where it's just
Okay.
like, God damn, how do you?
Yeah.
Their symmetry sucks,
Right.
but the hardness is nuts, man.
Yeah.
I remember I look at Roman Fritz and be like,
He was. Whew.
Jesus Christ, but you know he has short laps. His arms
Yeah.
don't quite match.
He's got that up there.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
like it works for Nathan Diaz, but not working for him. So,
Right.
So, but when it comes to hardness, I would go over to those countries and be like, Jesus, these guys are so hard. You know,
They don't have the same type of chemicals in their food like he has.
I'm
So.
telling you, something's different. Or they don't have the barrier to get the good growth like
Right.
we do over
Right,
here.
right.
But either way, like they look gnarly looking in terms of like how hard
It's
they
crazy.
Yeah, man. But, you know, and that's another thing. Like that was the advantage of me working with Chris is that like, you know, the level that I know I can push people to if they have the mental stamina, not just the mental fortitude, but the stamina. Can you hold that mental toughness
whole ride.
for a long period of time? Because typically, I would say, okay, well, we need to refeed up and all that kind of stuff. So people will come in shape and they look really good, but that gnarly hardness, like if a person is willing to listen to me, like it's no question, my people will be hard as fuck on stage, no question, because knowing what level I had to push through, I can give them that mental guidance to get them through it. You know, and it's crazy to see how far you can push your body, and your body will not give up if mentally you stay checked in.
That's a fact. You know, that's a personal testament to anything. You know, we try to tie that into everything. You know, can you make one more phone call? Can you send one more email?
Yeah, you're right.
Can
You're right.
one more rep? Can you do 1% of whatever it is you're doing?
Yeah, I looked at one of my trainers and I said, "You got no clients. Why are you in the office? I made it so we're exclusive here. Get out there." And then he's texting me, "I got 4 new leads." I'm like, "Yes, awesome. That's awesome, man. Follow up on them." You know, like it's
One more phone call.
You gotta do the same things day in and day out, man. We can't do it one time. You know, like we gotta, and you might get 20 no's, but that's one step closer to a yes.
That is a fact. Now, listen, opening the door was just the beginning. When it
Oh
came to the
yeah.
spot.
Oh yeah.
Opening the door was just the
Yeah, you
beginning.
gotta be, hey, I'm great. Come check me out
Listen,
every day.
when people are waiting for their fried fish for the next door place,
Yeah,
I'm outside my door.
there you go.
Because now people walking by, got a client today, signed up today,
Fried fish, huh?
right next door, fried fish.
Yeah, you better, you messing my man's business up.
I don't care. So it comes to me and it's like, you know,
Well, you got a plethora. You got fried fish, you got young
Barbecue.
barbecue. You know they ain't even young barbecue.
Roman pizza.
Roman pizza, boy, you got it all.
shoot, at the Dominican barbershop where I go now,
Yeah.
is it right there? They got my stickers on all their mirrors.
Yeah, I like it.
Listen, they wear my little wristbands, all the barbers.
I love it.
You know what? I'm here for it.
That's funny, because I just said to my guy, we're going to attack every hair salon and barbershop within 5 miles of this place. We're gonna go hard. Crazy offers. Tell them what we're talking about. Free sessions, all that stuff. I want them all coming in here. If they get a taste of it, they ain't gonna let it go.
And that's what I tell all my clients. Well, how come from so far? Lady, she's an ex-professional tennis player.
Yeah.
She's coming from Chestertown, Maryland.
Yep.
Come 3 times a week.
Yeah, that's dope. My head trainer comes from Chestertown, Maryland, an hour and something change all the way up the road to see me.
Nice.
And he loves it. Literally just posted, making enough money from personal training and quit my other job. So, it's like, Chestertown must be a good spot.
Well,
No.
she comes here and her daughter's gonna come shadow me for a couple days just to kind of see what it's like. Used to be a professional ice skater, this girl used to. I see in Olympics rather.
That's dope.
So I'm here for it. Bring her on down. She can follow me around. I don't care.
Love it.
I can do some work too.
Love it. Love it. Yeah, definitely.
No free labor.
Well, we're both, looks like we're both thriving this week. So
This has been a good week.
It's been a good week. So, you got anything to add? We good?
Yeah, man. Get some sleep, y'all.
Bro,
Sleep for me.
I actually got 8 hours of sleep last night. I haven't gotten 8 hours of sleep in I can't tell you the last time.
Yeah.
And you know what? I just my body was like shut me down
Yeah.
because I'd go to New York at 5:30 in the
I was
morning.
in New York on Saturday.
I was there on Sunday or Saturday. Yeah, I was there Saturday, and then Sunday morning I was there, and then Saturday we had to get up super early because my daughter competed about an hour away
Okay.
at the horse show, and so last night my body was just like, sit down, go to sleep. You don't have. I was trying to do programs. I'm like putting raw foods on and programming
So you got the hard stuff to do for your programming. My clients are lifestyle, so it's different for you
I
than
got
for me.
some of them too.
Lifestyle for me is that's my niche. I need folks who are heavier.
Yeah.
You got folks
You
who
know-
are dialed in,
You know what though? Actually, my new passion is, man, because I talk to these fathers.
right?
And I'm just like, how do you really believe that you can't do this? Right? Like, they'll walk around, oh man, I ain't got time for that. Bullshit. I guarantee you watch a sporting event every week. I guarantee you watch a show every week. I guarantee you spend time with your boys doing something that ain't making you any better once a week. That's 3 times a week you could be doing something for yourself, investing in your health. Like, you're just not making time for what's important.
That's it. And Arnold said the same exact thing.
I'm telling you, I didn't hear that part, but I'm glad I'm good company. But it's and I think that's going to be something I'm really going to try and focus on. Is because I've always been like I want to touch kids with obese because I was obese.
Right.
But now that I'm older and I'm looking at guys that are early 40s, even late 30s, I'm going, you look terrible. But it's because they really truly believe that they don't have time to do it, right?
Facts.
And then they go, "Wow, it's not really worth it." I'm like, huh? Like, just the improvement in your sexual game is going to be worth it for your wife or significant other, to keep your family together, keep everybody happy. Like your kids will appreciate it if you got kids that are like approaching teenage level. Who you work with will appreciate it. And guess what? If you're selling anything, you're going to sell more of it because people are going to respect the shit out of you as soon as they walk through the door and see you.
Facts.
Right? So,
100%.
so yeah, I'm like, come on, man, you're selling yourself short. You got to make time for it. It helps you in every part of your life.
It does.
Like when I'm working out, I feel like just 2 hours a day training completely changes my mindset.
Yeah.
Completely changes my mindset, So if you're not working out, man, you gotta make time for it.
You got to.
Gotta make time.
There's
for it.
time. You ain't got to do 2 hours a day, but there's time for it.
Hey, get that hour in
That's
every day.
it.
I got a guy right now who's a broker, real estate broker, and he's like, I only can do an hour. So we do 40 minutes of lifting and 20 minutes of cardio, in and out, and he's already dropped 13, 14 pounds in the first month. So, if you want to do it, it's available.
It's attainable.
Absolutely. So, All right. Well, I said my 2 cents. You good?
I gave my 3 cents.
All right. So
We gave you a nickel.
absolutely.
Next week you dropping dimes.
Ah, I like it. Well, I know you got some good nuggets of information from this one. I appreciate your time. Please like, subscribe, drop a comment. We love you. Peace.